Let's hope your presence has blessed the run. How are you doing today? How is everyone doing today? I think you did actually say that, Lewis, at the beginning of the stream, and I just didn't read it for some reason. Also, hello to you in DWT. TWD. Right. Got it at like 00 AM in London local time. I see. So it was technically the first for you, though. A little bit ill, but not too bad. Yeah, and it seems to be that time of year for everyone at the moment. So I was talking to someone who, ooh, let's actually turn that off, who has kids, where I volunteer. Well, the kids aren't there, but they have kids and they work where I volunteer. You know what I mean? They were talking about how, like, there's a whole sort of routine where teachers tend to get sick during the summer. And then the kids and the parents tend to get sick during the winter Christmas season. It's really interesting. I thought it was interesting. I was sick recently. I think you were here while I was sick. I'm still technically got like a remnant of a cold, but it's mostly gone now. Other than a cold though, I hope everything's well. I hope everyone is well. So, yeah. This is going to most likely crossfade into the 3rd of December, which is my birthday. But I think there will also be a stream on my birthday day as well. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably do a session of MC3 kind of a bit earlier in the day, and I feel like actually playing some Retro Rewind if anyone wants to do that as well, so that'll be fun. I might make it VIP priority as well, but we shall see. You had your first ever driving lesson today. Ooh, how did it go? In Colombia, apparently, the crimes rise on Mother's Day. That is interesting. Teachers have evolved. Yes. I mean, they need, like, a much stronger immunity, because kids are terrible. Boink. Didn't steal the car, however, I nearly gave my instructor whiplash. Oh god. Because he braked too hard, yeah. Damn. I now know to go soft on the brakes. That's something that I feel like is quite common. I don't know how to drive, but I feel like that's something that quite a lot of people do when they're younger. You'll have to ask Robin when they are here if they do the same thing. Man, I hate to do exercises with strangers around. Are you at a gym right now? I'll have to be more creative. just go into like the toilet cubicle and just start exercising in there. You'll get your privacy. And if anyone hears you making noises from the outside, they'll just think something else. No, I was in a public park that has a few equipment. Oh, like, I don't want to say play equipment, but it's kind of like there are these things that you can like, more exercise based things, but they're still like, it's not like proper like gym equipment, but you know what I mean. Or just bring home some of the dumbbells, yeah. I used to have some somewhere. I lost a lot of muscle density when I came back from Calais because I was so sick. And I haven't been able to regain it yet. So I'm a little bit more shrimpy than I used to be. Since I'm moving, I'll have to prepare myself for anything that could happen. Where you're trying to get buff so you can beat up people. I walked for like 1 hour and did 45 push-ups. To be fair, walking is actually more of a form of exercise than people realise. Especially if you're able to kind of go at your standard walking pace for several hours. Yeah, that is actually kind of ridiculous. I focused on the walking more than the push-up stuff. I don't even think I could do 10. I'd have to do those like half weight ones where I'm kind of leaning on my knees. She's sort of only pushing up off the torso. You can barely do 20. I mean, it's still more than me. Come on, let's start the thing. Does Jacob still have his Get Fit Mario Kart Wii redemptions on stream? I didn't want to put a wheelie in there. I don't know why the game decided that I wanted one in there. I don't think my name is Big Bork. Thank you very much. No, I have to have strength in case I need it, for example, carrying items. I'm not sure if I'll get a job related to tech when I move. I see. So you're just kind of basically basing it on the premise that you might have just general jobs. Yes, need to carry all your shopping in one trip. I mean, that would be helpful too. The strength you then have to worry about is the bags that you got. Yes, I've still got a bit of wheeze. And I can feel like I'm not breathing at this at full capacity. Ah, I was expecting that would happen. Hello, Jacob. How did the rest of your attempts go? Hope all is well. Good luck. Thank you. I've only just started and I can't seem to start. I'm restarting more than you were. Trying to clip the poll at the moment. Yeah, we are currently on the countdown for birthday at the moment. It will happen. We will cross over into the vicinity. Whether we can PB before then, I don't know. Oh, I need to practice the ending. I haven't got that far yet. Jeez, that just... I got another clip, I think, after you left. I don't know, it may have been before. I don't remember seeing you clip today, so it must have been after. You've been getting pretty close recently, though. Did the comparison that I make, is that useful at all? Do you know what time you were born? No idea. Go ask Mum if she's still awake. Well, you're the one that's not doing anything in comparison to me right now, so... Robin, if I PB on my birthday, can you crochet me something? It'll be a celebratory thing. Especially if they ask the time you were born. What? Is that in response to something else that that's just off the top of screen? Alright, hold on. My hands aren't in the right place. Get away from these people, Sean. I'm sure it was useful subconsciously knowing it's not like overly precise, just QM. Yeah. I'd say the most important thing is probably the shroom timing out of everything. But I don't know. I was in like that, like all 3 shrooms. Crochet a daisy wig. No. I'm still waiting for my You still have your CD? Yeah, it's in my bed at the moment. It's your CD and the giraffe that Emma gave me. They sit in the corner together. In South America, girl technically asked that to know your personality based on your birthday, like related to zodiac signs. That's interesting. What celebratory thing would you like? You see, it depends on if I actually get a PB or not. We'll see. I mean, I have to not keep burning out like that would be nice. Well, burning out, losing the starter boost, that's also going to be one, I think. Oh no, okay. Yep, so I was pulling straight down there, I saw it. I need to practice this bit. Okay, I'm off to get some work done. I'll check back in a bit. Thank you, Jacob. I will be sure to update you with screenshots on if something remotely interesting happens. I'm gonna be pissed off if it's the same as last time, where I'm just like play complete shit for the first 2.5 hours, and in the last half hour of the session I get some mediocre crap that's actually close to PBing. Yeah. The aim was to play on Saturday as well, at least, but I was just too busy doing cards. Or card-related things. Okay, there we go. How do you make it so that that pipe there isn't annoying? Why? Your boink was in sync with my push-up. Oh my god, the ad box is just taking up like 2/3 of the fucking chat on my side. No way. Also, I don't know why this happens, but it carries over from the previous stream. So because I told ads to fuck off before the end of my last stream, it just will now only allow me to get rid of them 2 times in a row. And no more than that. I don't know why, I just... I don't like ads at the moment. They're really annoying me in every capacity. Primarily on YouTube, because that's where they're the most obnoxious. Robin can already vouch for that. I think what frustrates me more is when an ad takes up like a minute of time, nearly, and it's just not clear on what the ad is advertising. Just jump after you've passed the yellow block on the right side of the screen for that last turn. If you can't time it correctly, then jump after you have passed the red blocks. I'm going to have to look at that. Is it on the right side? Why did I shroom? Why did I shroom? That's a weird thing to have done. So here. That's a very quick window. Could be like something like that. More of a delay. Go back a little bit. So... yeah, maybe? Where the green blocks are? Was that where these red blocks are this side? Or those ones? I feel like this one. Yeah, okay. What's that? 3, 4... I see. It's way too far to the left for a good shroom. It's interesting that I still got a drift there. Jump too late. That was too late? Or do I aim to land there? That's such a weird window. I know I practiced this before, but it's just so... I don't know. You're going to tell me it's because the ghost jumps late, aren't you? I'm too used to jumping at the same time as the ghost. To be fair though, when I used to play against Tyler's 088, I would jump later as well. I remember jumping later than the ghost. Alright. He does not get good endings or shortcuts, yeah. Yes, I know. I mean, I think his lap 2 in general is a massive clusterfuck of just not good. That was annoying. By the way, you will laugh at my triples. They were worse than usual. Oh God, what did you do? I presume you played against the Tyler Ghost you said you were going to. I've forgotten. Was it the 188? I still think the 088 is a really good choice. Even if with the really strong lap 1, it's consistent. Which, from what I remember, it's the most consistent Tyler run with triple, from what I remember seeing. Oh, the 273. Okay. I wonder how the 273 actually compares to this 308. So, do you want to get sub 2 first? Fair enough. I mean, you got that now, so we're kind of good on that front. Huh? Okay, I guess we're over here now. Huh? What? Why? Okay. I'll play versus the ghost you show me on Discord. I don't remember what that is. Or was it, is it Akiza? I can't remember if that's his name now. Who Kenny goes by his new alias. Oh yeah, the 121. Yes, I know the one you mean now. I think I was just looking at times in the European tops and I was just like, this one looks kind of clean. I did that really late. Well, not really late, but you know. I had the right angle and I moved. I moved it down. Yeah. I think the next person above me in the top 10 is still Jimbo. I don't think anyone else has jumped up there. Why did you double... Okay. Whatever. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I think it's Lee D's 291. I want to ask, I know Jake had contact with Lee D, so I might need to ask him at some point if he can try and get that ghost off of Lee. Because that's currently 10th European. He's back in the server now, so I guess I can at him. He might pop in at stream later. Into stream. If not today, then definitely tomorrow. Or the weekend. I'm sure he'll pop in for the birthday thing. There we go, finally a lap one. Oh god. Don't think that was a good last lap at all. I tried. There's a 2. Oh god. I'm fighting my demon Sean. I'm about to finish exercising with this torturing music in the background. What? MC3? God, look at the times. The differences there. The biggest gap is between what I now have as second and first. But even then, it's like 373, 374, 386, 388. And that comparison is shit. I like to have my previous set of point threes as my top 5, where all of those runs were just ahead of PB up until lap 3. And then they just gradually have like little nuances that make it fall behind. I don't know why I turned that harshly there. I had the angle, I was just like, nah, I want to just press as far right as possible. Technically speaking, my PB could be compared with this Ghost, as this has the same pace in the first lap. Yeah, it got a 0.2, didn't it? It's amazing, that. I guess that's like the equivalent of the 0.3 that I had the other day, where I got a 0.3 lap 1. I guess it's like the 0.1 equivalent of that. It's late. Shit. Yeah, 203. I would love that lap 1 right now. Okay, at least we're kind of starting now. Alright, session finished. Nice. Does that mean MC3 time? Run it back? Beat the 169 on my birthday? I could let me eat something first. Sounds like a good idea. Okay, thanks for no slips. I just remembered I'm wearing my Love to Learn Drums shirt at the moment. My shirt that I got for the UK drum show. Maybe it will give me some luck, I don't know. That was super late. That was just early, I think. I'm gonna skip ahead. That was late. Could use the same strategy that I did to gain some strength and not die in the process. Start by doing small steps. As long as you get tired is when you stop. Hold on, what are we talking about here? Is this exercising or just... I couldn't even make a simple push-up right, so we're still... So we're talking about, like, working out, I see. I mean, I feel like that's probably quite a common thing with doing that, is people always try and push it too hard. Yeah, it applies to anything. It reminds me of that time when... I don't know if I was actually supposed to be talking about this on stream, but my dad once had a client. He's a running coach. And a woman, like, signed up to be like, I want to train for a half marathon. But all of her aspirations were completely unrealistic. So it's like... She wanted to do a half marathon in, like, I can't remember what it is, but she wanted to do it faster than the current world record for a half marathon. And a lot of responses that she gave as well were just like, but if at first you don't succeed, you can try and try again and you will achieve your dreams or something like that. And I'm just like... I don't know. My dad said he found it very frustrating to train her. It's just like, yeah, okay, I mean, that's kind of true in some sense, but you've got to be realistic because otherwise, especially in that scenario, you could really hurt yourself. It's like how she also wanted to do like a marathon or something in 2 hours. And like... The world record is barely faster than that, generally speaking. And train me at superiority. That's ridiculous. I mean, what she said is true, but it depends on a lot of variables. She wasn't even on shape, I assume. No. I think when my dad said he was starting to, like, train with her, she couldn't run at a pace for... It was either a mile or for 3 miles, like 5k. I've lost weight, man. This is what MC3 does to your soul. You just sit here and lose all of that, like, calorie burning from just moving your hands. To be fair, that does, like, it will be burning energy. It won't be, like, as significant as doing an exercise or just even, like, walking downstairs after you finish a run or something, or just to go to the loo would, like, burn off more. Still converting energy. What happened there? Did I shoot too early or was I just not committing to the turn? I felt like I wasn't committing. That felt better, I just didn't get the shroom timing down. Okay, I was pulling straight down. I don't have all the answers. Lewis, why am I shit? Answer me that in a 7,000 page advertisement. Advertise to me why I'm shit. Assignment, I think, is what I wanted to say, either essay or assignment, but I somehow said advertisement. Oink. More importantly, though, Lewis, this just came into my mind. That's a question you probably would answer, but I assume you're taking your Wii with you when you go to Spain, right? You're taking that with you? The answer should be yes. I've never actually taken a console abroad. I think when the idea in mind for me to eventually visit Nil, I was going to take my Wii U with me or something so that we can do some like LAN stuff together. Okay. That is it. I had to talk. Huh? You thought you were going to PR. That was just a weird, like a odd lap one. I was pulling straight down for the triple again. That's why I messed that up. And back to this. Yeah. It was a bad point to lap. I don't think I was going to get a decent lap 3. I mean, yeah, that's true. I nearly PB'd with the 0.3 lap one the other day. I'm fucking glad I didn't. I would have hated that PB more than any PB I've ever had on this track. And as far as CTGP is concerned, that is my PB, because it didn't upload my 366. Why? Because it would have been fucking awful for that one. I mean, it would be more reason to just carry on trying to improve, but I think, like... After like 4 years of playing the game, to get a lap 1 that is strong enough to, it looks like I was played so casually I scratched my crotch in the middle of the driving the lap. I would hate it. I mean, I don't like the 366 primarily because of the lap 2 that it gets. See, this lap 1 would be better. That's also a 2, I'm pretty sure. Oh, close enough. Okay. Whatever. Fuck that run. When you get to this point, you have to improve in your mistakes. The difficult of learning significantly harder as you need to be aware of what you're doing. That makes sense, but I also just feel like it's not worth me putting the time investment in when the driving that I can currently do blatantly is already superior to that of my current PB, primarily because of prior practicing. So say, for instance, the endings that I can currently do are significantly better than what they used to be in my... around about the time I drove the PB. Even though they are still, like, in need of improvement, it's, like, blatantly obvious. I also feel like that has gotten better as well. Like, that beginning, I'm keeping up with this Ghost a lot more. Even if I'm not necessarily doing the second turn better. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Like, I know that needs like, getting more consistent as well, but... I don't know why I keep doing that. What if I use the task code on this run for the first lap, and when it enters the second lap it crashes into a wall, so you won't use it as a guide for the second lap, like Vincent does when he's playing. What's like the, Vincent does that with that 975. I mean, I feel like that, again, is something to readjust to. I don't understand, I don't get how... I'm, like, so not used to having a Ghost there a lot of the time. Even though, like, when I was playing it against... the 088, where after lap 1, he was basically far enough ahead that it wasn't really affecting me. So I was essentially playing without a Ghost. But I don't know, it's just like... Whenever I sit down to try and play without a Ghost, the laps are considerably slower. And I'm considerably less consistent. So what I feel like would most likely happen is you could get a Ghost that like drives into the wall, but then a lot of the time I would drive into the wall as well. Although I do this sometimes. So I guess the Ghost is now no longer here and I'm driving blind. And I know that last time was actually already much better, but I tally that down to being on a shroomless run. There we go. I don't know. It's. I have a system. I have a like reasoning in my head, but the basic copying the Ghost lap 2's mistakes. This Ghost, yeah. But that's the thing as well, like, once I readjust to a Ghost that might be faster than this, then I might be more used to keeping up with it. And I might just, like, annihilate the time I have. I mean, right now, the biggest issue that I see is the starting the damn thing. I'm not even getting the full starter boost at the moment. Right, okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good theory. So I guess here, for example, I'm so far behind the ghost that I'm not really doing anything. I hate when that happens. What, you missed the mini turbo or the boost? Did I miss the boost panel or the mini turbo? It's one or the other. I tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be on a PB pace one day that might actually even be ahead of the ghost or like with it so much so, and I'm gonna miss the very last mini turbo. Or misalign with the boost panel. I'm calling it now. It happened with a shroomless run that I did. Sean for point 2, he'll do it for his birthday. I mean, it's not impossible, but considering this current level of driving, don't think so. I mean, I did get that 202,020 the other day. I guess that's technically 0.2 pace. I just needed like an O. I think I didn't even need that much. I think I needed like an 070 and that was a 0.2. Yeah. Don't you play versus a double mini ghost to get consistent in other areas? You don't need to work on much of the triple. Well, that's the other thing about, again, it would mess me up with the timing. Because I feel like I tried with Nobuo's ghost. You recommended it to me. And I would just keep driving the first 2 turns of the track and then get to the, when he does the double mini turbo and he'd, because he does something miraculously different to what I'm doing, it would just completely mess me up. And I just was never passing that section. It's interesting though how it's like, it's been suggested to me as well, not for a long time, but to do the double. To just do the double and then try and get to other tracks. Parts of the track, but the thing is, then you have to consider how that has an effect on my hands. Where, because the double is actually harder for me to personally to do because it's a rocking back and forth motion on the analog stick. So I jump at the same time as Nobuo's U-turn. That's how shitty my triples are, yes. I mean, I have a feeling that you started by playing against that, didn't you? That's the bit that really irritates me at the moment, though. It's just not being able to begin. You have to play double mini turbo strat to learn other areas so you can learn from the others. I did play for a couple of days after I beat Jacob's point 4. Did you actually like play against it and beat it? I feel like Jacob actually like got relatively consistent with the double. From what I remember. Like he knew that the mini turbos were the most important aspect. Yeah, for me personally, like my hands actually wear down much faster when I do double, because it, rather than just resting your thumb in one corner like you do for triple, it was just a, it's more of a rocking back and forth motion. Over time, because of how forcefully I hold the controller, it will like start to hurt even more, and then my accuracy deteriorates kind of going forth on the later half of the track. Yeah, I did. He helped me get the basics back. That's good. I mean, to be fair, actually, I also, in the earlier stages of this track, I owe Jacob quite a lot with regards to me learning it. I got distracted there because that shroom was actually trying to clean. Okay. Shut up. Shut up with that line! But yeah. I actually find double much harder than triple at this point. But the shit was bad at the end. Did you shroom early? She shroom was bad at the end. What? The shroom was bad at the end. What, the shroom that I had was quite tight there. I mean, it was still a point. It was nearly a 0.1 lap, so I would take it. It didn't feel like an early shroom. To be honest, I feel like most of my shrooms are either early or late at the moment. Yeah, anyway, what was I saying? That was late, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. That's the other thing as well, I'm not really feeling it in my muscle memory at the moment. And I think it's because it's like, there are phases on this track where you just feel like, yes, this is it, this is going to happen, or like, probably nothing's not going to happen, so I'm just kind of practicing. And then you've got, nothing is happening. Full stop. No other explanation. And I think I'm actually currently in that phase. Although every time I feel like I'm in that phase, I have been proven wrong, because that's when I've got the last 2.3s that I've had. So it could be possible, but I don't know. There we go, that's better. I was too shallow on that turn, on that angle. Hold on. I remember when I used to play versus this ghost, I would cut a lot of time from the shroom, from him and the shroom. It happens to all of us. When that happens, play a little bit and take a break. It's not your day if you're tired. That was a sexy shortcut. Well, at least there was something there. I mean, I also feel like it takes me quite a long time to warm up into it, so maybe things are just starting to iron out now, but we'll see. I mean, I technically had a 2-day break. Like, if you remember how I used to play in the lockdown, where I was just religiously playing every day, essentially. And like, most of the sessions felt like this, to be perfectly honest. which is just restarting before I even get to the first turn. But then I feel like most of those streams were kind of just like... I don't know, they were just... I felt like towards the end of those sessions, before I set the 366, I lost control. That would destroy my mental health. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it did for me. I remember how I was like talking about how shit things are starting to feel towards the end. Yeah. I'm definitely playing better than that at the moment. That was really early. But yeah, I remember before I set the 366, I was playing so much actually. I was like doing 2 hours off stream during the day. And then I would be streaming again later in the day. Kind of the same as how I am now. Trying to do another 2 hours. So I was essentially playing at least 4 hours a day. If the previous session was going well enough, I would try and amp it up an hour, just to try and rock out another time. And then that would obviously also be having the effect on my hands that it was. But yeah, but I feel like towards the end, with the stream specifically, I think I let a bit too much leniency come through with regards to the stream chat. And so... there was like that one time where that guy came in and was just... he saw the Uno channel and just kept saying, I'm not going to stop until you play Uno or something, and I ended up having to ban him. And it was after that point I just made the decision not to stream attempts. God, this feels awful right now. I was a miracle that I drove up to that point, but like, I just couldn't get a feel for it. At least I got that, I guess. That was a nice ending, at least. Oh. That felt like shit. It was an 050. Okay. Didn't know you banned him, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It was just like... I asked them to stop. Like, first of all, they were like... I think I literally banned the word Uno in chat for a while because other people were kind of racking up and saying it as well. But yeah, what was I saying? To be fair to them, he did come back and was like, he apologized for it in whispers. And so I think they were unbanned in the end, but just at the time, it just felt really obnoxious. You remember that, yeah? That's Luigi Circuit's fault. Luigi Circuit was something else. Luigi Circuit actually made me have a medical... a hand injury so bad it needed medical attention for the next, like, 9 months prior. And it was just not worth it to put myself into that pain for that track. But the thing is, as well, is that the hand problem, that hand injury didn't make itself present until after I finished like playing heavily. But again, with Luigi Circuit, I was playing that more than I ever needed to. I think I was doing at least 3 hours a day, sometimes 5 and sometimes 7 depending on the day. And that is primarily because I was playing in a way that didn't feel like it was actually hurting my hand, but the truth of the matter is it was. And I only found out afterwards. But yeah, you can actually kind of thank Luigi Circuit for that as well. That's why I have a hard limit of 2 hours. It's why when I get these like really strong like paces half an hour before the end of session, despite all of that, I don't usually carry on. And that's just because I need to. Have you tried doing hand stretches before and after playing? You see, it depends on whether or not I have like muscle pain or tendon pain. If it's muscle, then stretches would be fine. If it's tendon, then... Well, actually, you kind of need to do specific stretches. I needed to do some, like, tension exercises when I injured my thumb after Luigi Circuit. So I basically had to add weight and then kind of pull it back again the other way, to the way that I was kind of stretching out beforehand. So I used this massive elastic band which I kind of wrapped around my foot. And then like pulled up against it, but I had to do it like from my thumb. So I guess that is technically a stretch, but it wouldn't be like the same stretch. But yeah, it just depends on how you do it. I try and stretch out my hands after playing. Because it feels like to hold the controller, I have it kind of cupped around the controllers. So when I, is that another good shortcut? I'm not even like paying attention. I like kind of... That is something that has improved since my PB as well. Like, the PB had really shit shrooms. And so you just got to remember that if I'm like with the ghost like this and then going into lap 3, even if I'm behind it, if I get a good shortcut where I don't clip the dirt at the end, then it's like... I feel like I was late. Yeah, I feel like that was just purely based on the beginning that I did, where I drifted off of the boost panel. Shortcut was good. Okay. Not in PB, it was really bad in PB. We were like really early. But yeah, what was I saying? I was saying something about my hands before this. Can't remember, it's gone. Yeah, for Luigi Circuit, that's why I have like a 2-hour limit now. So we'll get to 10 past midnight. And I'll just stop, even if I'm like suddenly playing well, because that's like the hard limit of 2 hours. Yeah, have to have a new mentality. Fuck it, let's be whatever will come. It will come to me. Fuck it, whatever will... What? Hold on, I need to reread that properly. Yeah, it's a 0.1, isn't it? Oh, barely not. It's fine. Ugh. Okay, whatever. You have to have a new mentality. Fuck it, let it be. Whatever will come, it will come to me. That sounds like a rhyme of from something. You tied your lap one, nice. I can't remember if I've got a 0.1 lap one today or not. Maybe, I don't know. No, one will happen. I average at least like 5 a session or something stupid. Yeah, I think the main aspect is just consistency. Okay, that was really, really early. And then, yeah. You literally got a 0.2 with your splits. What splits? The session has been food. Yes, food! I assume that means good. The session has been... To be fair, I think until I get paces, I won't consider it to be good. The session has been painful so far. Like that. If that shit would stop happening, I would consider it better. And if I was getting like past lap 2 triple, then it would be really good. But yeah, I don't know. And that kind of goes back again to thinking about the session itself, like where you get those feelings of like, this is going well, or this is not quite there, and this is just not there today. Yeah, you went good. I don't know. I don't want to say good yet. We'll find out. Alright. Okay. Last week I couldn't complete a single run in an hour, turned off my console and did something else. Fair enough. I mean, I feel like the upside for me here is that it's not it doesn't feel like it's entirely wasted time because I'm streaming it as well. So in effect it's like, and I think that was kind of my theory behind it in the lockdown, which is why it kind of felt frustrating when sessions would go to shit, because it felt like when I was doing sessions in the lockdown and I just wasn't able to get anywhere at all, I just felt like that was a letdown. But then when I was playing sessions on my own and I was getting somewhere else, I was just like, why the fuck is this not happening on stream, you know? So although this was like really fucking with me at the beginning, it doesn't feel entirely wasted. Because I am streaming it, I'm talking to you, Lewis, and technically I'm gaining ad revenue on Twitch for it. But it is also technically practice as well. Say for instance, this could be a complete shit lap, which it is. It's like nearly a 4, but I could potentially drive a 25. No, I won't be able to, but there you go. I felt like you were progressing, but you're so focused on the end goal that you get frustrated. Yeah. I mean, that was definitely the case in the lockdowns. Because I think 0.3 was so, like, on the cusp. It's like there were just, like, attempts every session that I was doing were painfully close and just never there. Wait, so you're back to gain money from Twitch? You're gaining money, holy fuck. When I move to Spain, you'll probably earn more. I mean, it's only from ad revenue at the moment. The biggest gain of money that I got was when someone randomly decided to sub the other day. That was from the weirdest session that I had. That was a really weird day. Anyway, yeah, so... But yeah, I imagine, for no particular reason, I will probably be gaining a little bit more than usual tomorrow. I was so far to the left, but it's a 0.1. No, it isn't. Never mind. That's fine. It was early. Fuck you, you piece of shit! Oh! Why? At least that wasn't on like 3, like on PB page. I should probably donate to you when I get a job in Europe. It's up to you. Like, I'm never expecting anyone to do it. Especially when I play it like that. Okay, that was a good attempt. That was the best attempt that I've had for a little while. Probably since the 202020. It was a good attempt. That one counts as an attempt. I just couldn't, like, get the right angle on the ending. Yeah, I felt like lap 1 was a 0.1, but I just kind of... I did the ending late, didn't I? Ah, come on. That's the bit that's frustrating me. Of all things, is the beginning. And you can kind of show that my consistency isn't there when I just can't do the beginning very well. But yeah. I've forgotten what I was saying before this. It was something about playing the track. Oh, something about money. Yeah. Speaking of which. Imagine if we met IRL. I want to see Robin calling Jacob an idiot IRL. I mean, everyone will call Jacob an idiot IRL. I got to witness Bradley nearly sitting on him. He didn't quite succeed, though. Imagine if Jacob just came back to stream and that was it. That's what he heard. Heard. I imagine he's doing some admin stuff right now. It sounded like what he was going to be doing. That could have been a 0.1 if I didn't decide to eat all the dirt on that corner there. That's so out of context, yeah, it was just, they were just messing around after we finished bowling. So we came out like the exit door and there was a river or something going past and it looked quite grubby. And then Bradley was like, let's push Jacob in the water. And he tried to tackle him. Bradley had not had very much sleep, followed by drinking quite a lot that day. that would be worse. That would be a lot worse because I'm like, well, to spare you from the details, I'm technically like doing the same kind of hand shape as holding the controllers. That was out of context, was it? But yeah, oh fuck me. What was I saying before that? No, one of the things that's actually kind of helped, which I don't do now because I'm not really playing, is guitar. Doing like, so the same exercises as I do for guitar warm-up and stuff like that really helped with regards to like warming up hands. So one of the things I actually did before gigs and stuff like that, which one of my old tutors taught me, was it actually helps like if you rest your hands in like sort of lukewarm water for like 20 minutes before you start playing or practicing, it actually loosens up the muscles a bit more, so you can like move them around a bit more fluidly. So I did try that a couple of times when playing this. It was more actually for Mario Kart 8 that I tried that out with. But yeah, it like loosens up hand accuracy. I haven't done it for a while now though. But then also something I actually learnt out of, and it was from editing from Emma, for Emma out of all things, is Emma went to a festival called Radar Festival earlier this year, where she had the privilege to interview some drummers. And in one of the interviews that they, of the people that she interviewed, they were talking about like having hand injuries, because obviously I think for drummers hand injuries are far more common. But one of the things that was spoken about is how some guy, the guy said he was having like a hand injury bad enough that he'd have to wear like a thumb brace, which is exactly what I had to do when after playing Luigi Circuit, by the way. I had to wear a thumb brace on my right hand because it was that bad. But then one of the things that he said is just like, for 5 minutes before, like practicing drums, if you get the strained hand and like press it on either a drum stool or a flat surface with all the fingers spread out, and then kind of rotate, so like keep the hand in place basically, but then try and rotate the wrist aspect. It kind of stretches all those tendons and like really loosens up the hand. And he said how like he did it for the first time, and basically months of hand injury just felt like it disappeared with one stretch. And he was like, oh wow. And yeah, well, I found this out. This is from an interview that's completely unreleased. So I don't know if that's going to be going up on YouTube anytime soon. I think the aim was to try and start rolling those out over the next month. But yeah, I would have never found that out if I wasn't there for this when this was recorded, so I just found this out from just editing the footage. Okay, I did that really quickly. Oh god, that could be useful, yeah. I've forgotten about it until now, to be honest. That's genius. Did it help you warm up quicker when playing? With guitar, definitely. I'd run through scales and like chord shapes and things, and I'd be able to get a lot more accurate finger placements on the fretboard. And then in terms of actually playing Mario Kart 8, I think it loosened up my hands a little bit more so that they didn't feel strained as much after a while. That was so bad. That tied my best lap too. But I have a feeling that that is because I held the drift at the beginning of the lap. You're literally copying this Ghost Lap 2 lines. I felt like you could have gotten the 25 lap. I don't actually feel like I was copying anything there. That was the thing that I was trying to tell you about. Like, it's harder to drive well without the ghost there. I don't know. What was that? I thought you were going to make it for a second. Anyway. I think that was okay. Actually, I'm going to watch that back. I'll see. I think it was just the ending was probably a little bit late. Right? Yeah, well, it was definitely a 25 lap potential. Okay. That was late. This is really late on all regards. But yeah, I held the mini turbo here to get the alignment a bit more accurate. That was late. Shroom late? That was late? Ah, okay. Ugh, whatever. Anyway, carrying on. Yeah, I think I'm going to PB soon. I have a feeling the more that I play like this, the more I feel like I will get a PB that I'll hate more than my current PB. But I will take anything at this point. Out of all the years to beat the 366, this one makes the most sense to me because, you know, I've been through lockdown, I failed an album project. Well, not this year specifically, but like since the 366 has been set. I've been to America. You had the angle for last turn due to shortcut. You have done lots of shits. I'm doing lots of shits at the beginning here, that's what it seems like. I think I did that way too early. Here's a 25-second lap coming right up. Never mind. Fuck you, pipe. I mean, IRL, you've accomplished quite a lot in the recent years. Yeah. It's been a massive, like, journey. And I think a lot of it actually stems from what happened during the lockdown specifically. Like, the lockdown just when I got closer to Emma. And started to... what's it? Collaborate with her musically. I felt that was when my writing was much at its strongest. And I felt like actually that was when my streaming was at its strongest as well. Despite the fact that I wasn't enjoying the sessions that I was doing on this track at the time, I do feel like I had a much stronger sense of community back then. Point 2. Might be a bit of an overstretch, but it's possible. I mean, that just requires like one of those runs that I had the other day with the 020 lap 2 to happen, and for me to just not shit the bed on the triple mini turbo lap 3. Because I feel like after I see the splits and the ghost is that far behind me, I just completely lose focus and I'm just not able to drive. But honestly, after that point, for as long as I get like a decent triple with 2 slips and a good alignment, for as long as I can play it safe enough, then I should be able to. This is what remains to be done. But yeah. Going back to what I said, it makes the most sense for the 366 to fall now, for as long as I can defeat it. Just because of everything that's happened since. And I will make sure that I kind of justify that. I feel like when I actually do PB, and I record the video for it, I've forgotten what I was saying then, because that triple put me off. Nope. Happy birthday again. You're still like 15 minutes early. You just wanted an excuse to use the dancing dinosaur emotes, didn't you? What are those? Dino dance. Is that literally what that is? Okay, at least I'm not burning out as much now. Ah! Fuck you, you piece of shit with your emote. Didn't know it was 5 hours behind your time. What? Are you serious? Huh? That has to be a joke, surely. I'm pretty sure I have your capital on my, like, phone. It's literally 6:45 here. Yeah, so you're... Yeah, you're 5 hours behind. How much do you think? Did you think we were more? 6 maybe. Maybe that's because of the time zone changed. Well, that was nearly 2 months ago. That was 2 months ago, actually. It was the end of October. The time zones changed from British summertime to GMT. Okay. That's why. Right, I see. Okay. Ah, I just backed off the corner. Okay, things are starting to shape up a little bit, Rye. Now. Rye? What am I saying? I think I was going to say right now and I just stopped. Let's not speak too soon. How was that shroom? Oh my god. We've got a 26.19 lap 1 and 2, 26.1 lap 2. Huh? What, this session? I don't remember getting a point 1 yet. Did I get a point 1? Okay, there's a point 1, right? Oh, not quite. $197 or something. Okay. I don't remember getting that today, but I'm not going to argue that it didn't happen. Okay, come on. $220, $30, $50. Jesus Christ, okay. Okay. It's done exactly the same thing. The session started to shape out and I'm like 20 minutes before the end. We'll see. Okay. I'm trying. You can tell I'm not kind of in the zone with it now. So don't speak too soon now. Fuck you. That just happens to happen just after I mention it. Okay, never mind. I spoke way too soon. Now I just can't start properly. Nope. I was pulling down. Thanks, Drift. That was fucking great. I manifest your PR today and will pass by randomly to witness your goal. I have not seen Will stop in for the last 3 sessions. I think he's intentionally avoiding it because he knows that I'm getting close. Should go and at him in the server. I mean, don't forget that today only has 4 minutes left. Less than. Ugh. Come on. Come on. I was not expecting myself to get that mini turbo, if I have to be honest. That was terrible. Gonna sit in silence while you play. Okay, I mean, you were kind of doing that already. But it looks like you were going to be wrong. I mean, you practically are now, because even if I start a PB pace run now, I won't finish it today. You dick. Alright. There we go. Jacob won. I don't know how close you actually got to that being on, like, spot on time. No, Lewis, you got the right day. It's just the wrong person. You forgot that because you're eating. Right. Let's channel the birthday energy into a PB for the next 10 minutes. That's not good enough. Okay. Happy breath. Yeah, Robin, if I PB, I'm expecting you to come through and start singing to me. Actually, no, you can't sing. Don't do that. You could, but I wouldn't appreciate it. I'm in the middle of a time trial session right now. You have to wait till I'm finished. When have you ever wanted me to sing to you? There was one time where I got you to like demo a melody or something, didn't I? It was the original like NAS song. But that was about it. This is annoying me. There's a 0.1 lap. That fucking fucked me up. That angle was awful. Never fucking mind. Sorry. Don't speak until I get past triple mini turbo lap 3. That would have been a nice lap 1 to have in PB though. Give you birthday beats while singing to you. I'm allowed to hit back though, right? In fact, even if you say no, I would. I mean, that's not fair. I wasn't even here on your birthday, so I couldn't give them to you. You punched me the other night. No, I didn't. That was a light tap on the shoulder with my fist at speed. Give your energies to Sean. How can you give an energy? Robin has to know about that, right? No, I don't think it's going to happen. Not at this session, at least. But the plan is I will be live a bit later, and I might do the VIP priority stream while playing Retro Rewind. Ask Jake, he is from Dragon Ball Z. He's Super Saiyan, remember. Has he still got that thing on stream? Doesn't even keyframe it to his webcam movement. What a noob. Ow. surprised I don't have a bruise, to be honest. It wasn't that hard. Jeez, you made a fucking cotton wool or something. I'm going out with my dad in the morning. We need to do the groceries. Good to know. Could you ask if you can buy grapefruit? And then send it to Robin in the post. Because Robin's favourite fruit is grapefruit. Undisputed fact. I love the sarcasm in your tone. It was true. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, grapefruit. So weird to me because it's not even like this is just not remotely related to grapes at all. It's just called a grapefruit, and I just don't understand. I find that more amusing than anything. Right. 3 more minutes. Let's spend that entire time just not getting proper startup boosts. I'm not allowed grapefruit with the medication I'm on, and Sean likes to take the piss. You see, no, that's just a myth. If you consider, if you convince yourself in your opinion that there isn't going to be a problem, then there won't be one. That's how it works. No, I literally only do it because it's just a weird name. That's the main reason. Any relation to you or your medication is secondary. If you convince yourself that a knife won't hurt, then I can stab you. Well, the thing is, you can't eat a knife. Not, well, I guess technically you could, but it's not the same as a grapefruit. Right. Less than a minute. I will probably try and do like one more lap one or attempt. That was a really good triple though for me. Jesus Christ, look at that. And I tried to go for gold with the shroom and I fucked it up. Pointing down. That was a really nice lap. I should have probably kept that actually. I don't know if that was my best triple or not. I think it was just slightly too slow. It'll live on in clips. Alright, 10 past, no PB. I apologise I could not deliver, but that is not the only attempt that we're having. Because there will be another session on the birthday itself. So, as I was saying, I feel like I will try tomorrow to do a session on here. And then later in the evening I will play Retro Rewind. And then over the weekend it'll be more of a mixed batch of games. could join. I want to play random combos. If you want to. I mean, actually, we could probably do like a host a room if enough people want to join, and I could put Inside Drift on a bunch of shit. It depends. Oh my god, I went so wide there. That could be quite funny. Did I show you on Retro Rewind the carts on Inside Drift? It was a mind fuck. Carts can just casually get like 115 in Retro Rewind as well on this track, because like they've got like an extra mini turbo. Yeah, I showed you. Cool, I thought so. Right. Is there a way in which you could randomize the drift for every player in the room? I don't think so. That sounds a bit too advanced. That'd be really silly though. Oh god, I hate this already. Good, die. That'd be hella crazy for a birthday party, like gambling. I mean, you might as well go as far as to just like completely randomize everything. It's like the speed, the handling, the items. Not even position based, just completely random. I mean, even like outside of Retro Rewind, that would be kind of fun. As like a mod. Okay, that's a good enough lap for me to end on. Fuck you. Was not allowed. Pipe said no. GG, I guess. I gave it a good try, but in the end, today was not the day. Again. But I was kind of expecting it because of how shit the fucking session started off as. Did I complete any ghosts? I feel like I completed 3. Yeah, with the double L. It's Welsh last name. Although, I think it's actually derived from France or Spain. The way that you spelt it, like I think they have it similar. Actually, no, that's not true. I don't think it is Welsh. I think it's a Welsh last name. I'll research it tonight and keep you informed. Awesome. Joey's server has miraculously disappeared again. Interesting. Alright. Let's see my shitty 373 on the board, shall we? If the fucking leaderboards will be bothered to load. Yeah, time to suffer with this track. I'll download your new run as well if it will load. And while that happens, I will try and find someone to raid. Well, I guess this technically is suffering, isn't it? It's just not loading. Let's see. Ace is playing Retro Rewind. Oh, there's someone else doing Retro Rewind worldwide. They've only got one viewer at the moment. I feel compelled to support them out. The database is faster than before. They've improved the code. Oh my gosh. It unfroze. It did unfreeze. Why is it not like showing that it's unfrozen though? Wait, what's going on? Okay, I'm just going to do this and see if that helps. Yeah, the timer's moving. But why is it not loading anything? It's just not loading anything else. I can move around on here as well. No, I can't. It beats me. Why is this bad? Go back and see if we can force it to load again. That's a good point. Never mind. You just made me break it again, Lewis. Well, I feel like I've raided this person before. The stream seems somewhat familiar. Anyway. Let's get that. Or reset your console. I can't be asked to do that if I'm just ending off now. Alright, I think I'm going to call it here. So, I'm going to raid Blues and E. He's currently playing online Retro Rewind. And doesn't have very many views at the moment. So, I want to support them. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Oh, suddenly it has loaded. It's just not done anything again. Yeah. Thank you for watching. So, technically, upon time zones at the moment, it is now the 3rd of December in the UK, which means it is my birthday. So later today, I will be doing a stream. Probably some more MC3, maybe to try and squeeze out a MC3 PB. But then I will be trying to do some Retro Rewind later on, and I might make it VIP priority. So keep an eye out for that, and yeah, hopefully that will be some fun. Anyways, please wish Blue the best of luck for me, and yeah, without further ado, I'll send you all their way, and I will see you again when I next do so. There we go. Bye, Vanna. Sorry you missed the stream.